Welcome to the Jungle, 10th edition. This is the first round back nine feature card. We got Kyle Moriarty in the booth, who's one of the players here. He's off to a good start. How do you feel about that?
Hey, you know what? We took one bogey, got a couple of birdies. We're ready to rock and roll, ready to take on this back, ready to look at some of these sponsors.
Yeah, thanks again to these sponsors who allowed us to put in a lot of added cash. Amplified Insurance, Cosmic Disc Golf, Disc IQ, Disc Mania. We had so many good sponsors, and then we had East Coast Metal Roofing throw another thousands of dollars for this event. If you haven't played this event, this is a huge A tier that everyone has to play, and one of the first ones to kick off the New England season.
Yeah, it is. Got to give Bob Kulchuk a huge shout out for all the hard work he does behind the scenes, getting everything in order, getting the sponsors, getting the money. So huge shout out to Bob. Thank you so much. Let's get to hole 10, 270 feet downhill, tight tunnel shot. There is OB deep. If you go by the basket at any sort of chain height, you are certainly OB for sure. It comes up quick. It comes up fast. What a great hole.
Yeah, I love downhill holes. It kind of puts your gut in check real quick. And this one with the added OB behind the basket, my goodness, do you have to be careful.
See a lot of players opt to throw super low and hit the ground real early.
Hey, that was my seat.
Dylan getting a nice little cushioned seat on top of Andres there. Yeah, he just pulled it a little bit there, caught up a little early, stayed in the middle though.
Yeah, he was throwing his A5, and here's Cook. He's going for the ace line. He said, why not?
Come on. Come on.
K1 Berg.
Oh, he got Paul down there.
Dan, you're inbounds. Is he inbounds?
I mean, that was going down fast.
Yeah, a Berg, you can throw that almost as hard as you can, and it should drop after 270 feet, but Cook's just built differently.
He is built differently.
Yeah.
It looks like there's no consensus yet, so we'll have to see once we get down there.
Paul was keeled over, your catch cam, Paul. He was keeled over in pain because it got him in the shin.
Oh, poor
We
Paul.
were checking on him, and we saw him hit it, and he was standing we couldn't tell if he was on top of the rock wall or behind the rock wall. So we were trying to figure out if it bounced off of his shin back inbounds.
That's an unfortunate break to go out of bounds and also hit the cameraman. But look at you. Oh, you were going for it, huh?
Unexpectedly, yes.
Okay, all right. That was a praxis, and that one-legged stand there, that was pretty cool.
Being able to hold balance is pretty important, I think, in this game. If you're out of control on the tee, your drives are going to be out of control.
Andre's not too happy with that one.
He threw a zone. He went zone there.
Okay, that makes sense. A little flippy zone. None of you guys are par. This is a tough hole.
Yeah, it is tricky. It came in at hole 10, 0.04 below par.
Wow. Okay, so right around
there was
par
a good
mark.
spread. 23 birdies, 32 pars, 17 bogeys.
Why not? Do a little roller play, anticipate the roll and then the stop. And here's Cook for, I believe he went out of bounds. So yeah, this is going to be his par putt.
This will be to save. Oh. Best reaction just stayed right there, though. Didn't roll back down to him.
That's a good point. Yeah, you could easily get 5, 6 on this if it rolls back and forth.
Yeah.
And you kind of have a pretty long putt for your birdie here.
Yeah, I'm not too far away from that OB line. That log definitely saved me. And that's pushing, to 25, almost 30 feet. And especially severely uphill as well, which I think this isn't showing as well.
Great putt there.
Thank you.
Well done. That new putt's looking good, Kyle. I like the the speed of it and the height. The height's important, I feel like.
Yep. Yeah, it's been feeling pretty good. Been putting a lot of work into it. You got some good par cleanups here. The par. Oh, they had a bogey. Yeah.
Yeah, and one bogey. Dylan got a little lucky with this roll, but he'll save his par as well. And then moving on to one of the signature holes, especially on Arbor Day, which I think we played on,
Yes.
which is very cool. And we have this awesome looking tree, the signature tree, one of the signature trees at Meadowbrook. And on this hole, particularly, hole 11, 410 feet, plays more like 475 because it's uphill, no out of bounds, just a pure disc golf hole where you can really throw as hard as you want and then kind of approach the green with a gentle approach shot.
Yeah. Welcome to the statistically easiest hole of the tournament, or of the day.
That makes sense.
0.57 below par.
Wow. So what do you think could be done to make this harder? Do you think they just need to move the green a little to the right or something?
So, unfortunately, everything to the right is not the property.
Okay.
So, I was talking with the owner, Dave, the other day about possibly pushing the basket over to where the tee pad for hole 12 is.
Mm-hmm.
And making what that long grass is over there OB.
Yeah, I like that.
So it'd be more of a, adding a little bit more distance and then pushing to where, you can still play either one of these gaps, but a much more difficult shot with potentially some OB to carry as well.
Yeah, no, that sounds like a great improvement. I know that they're making some improvements even on hole 14, which looked wild. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
And Tarlton getting a really bad kick down.
Yeah,
after hitting that tree. Whoa.
Yeah, that thing put a hurting on him. He threw that disc real hard, and it just kind of came right back to him.
I mean, hopefully he'll be able to save the birdie. I mean, this is the easiest hole on the course for you guys.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not threeing this is pretty. It doesn't feel good.
Mm-mm. Yeah, that's a good throw there. Anticipated the flip, anticipated the speed. Good shot there.
Yeah, it's just not quite sure about what the wind is doing up there because we're in the woods and throwing to an open green, so the wind could be different. But like we've been playing for the rest of the day, it's pretty calm out there.
Yeah, and you have the lead on your card by 2 strokes, but Brad's shot is actually -6 at this moment, believe it or not.
Brad.
Yeah, so he's kind of on a heater, and you kind of need that for the first round at Meadowbrook to really make a statement.
Oh, absolutely. What a putt from Cook.
What? That was his to save the par or birdie?
That was to save the birdie.
Wow.
From being in a pile of logs, not even halfway up the fairway, to draining an outside the circle birdie putt.
And shout out to Cook also for gaining, I think, 14 rating points in his last update.
Yeah, huge jump for him.
Huge jump. And part of that was from this tournament, I believe.
Yep.
But yeah, that's just great to see because he was right on that threshold, that 1,000 rated mark, and now he is well over that. Come on, complete the star frame. Heck yeah.
Okay, we got one more. And Dylan hit his.
Oh, I forgot Dylan. I thought he already went. He puts so fast, you never know if he's gone or not. Well, he does. He's actually slowed down. I will say he's much better about that. Now he's actually even like sometimes switching disc, I've noticed.
Yes, no, he's definitely very in control of his game right now and under control and doing things with purpose, which is great.
Yep.
Hole 12, 333 feet, par 3. OB to the right side. Really fun hole. Tough lefty shot.
Yeah, and that was kind of a low shot for Dylan there. I'm surprised he didn't go any higher than that.
Yeah, but I mean, you see Andres elect to go forehand here to play into that hillside rather than going lefty backhand and playing that slope going down towards the OB. So I like that adjustment, especially, when you have a forehand to do that.
Yeah, and I'm assuming he threw his Firebird there.
He went Destroyer here.
Oh, he did. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, your forehand typically not quite as much distance. I'm sure if he was going backhand, he could go Firebird, but
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's weird because I think Cook just went Halo Destroyer. Like what?
yeah, Hook. I mean, Cook just went Spike though.
Yeah, that's true. What are you throwing there?
That's an Ethos Omen.
Ooh,
Oh.
got a little reaction.
Yeah, that's how that got back there.
You were wondering, right? It always happens. It always sneaks up on you somehow, and it always gets further. You would think you have a beautiful ace line, and you're 35 feet. You're like, what?
Yeah, it's like, oh, I guess, and it's great when you have a catch cam to be like, yeah, well, it hit short of the basket and then launched. So.
Yeah, it wasn't your fault.
No, definitely not.
Oh, I'm surprised Dylan. Yeah, no, I'm not surprised because that's right in his wheelhouse. That was probably a circle two.
Yeah, it definitely was a slightly aggressive bid from where he was, especially with that downhill elevated basket. Andres's bid was definitely a little bit more of that like tentative. I don't want to go to edge of circle where Dylan is.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're feeling the putt, you're feeling the putt. That was a par.
Big comebacker. Yeah, that was huge. I honestly didn't think he was going to make that. That was a pretty stressful par putt, I'm sure, for him.
Yes, very.
And here's your birdie putt. Come on, Kyle. Hey, it snuck back in there. I love it.
Yeah, I love it when disc golf, we're learning it gives and it takes. Sometimes it spits it out. Sometimes it gobbles them right up.
It's so true. It all evens out, and Cook is kind of on a little bit of a heater. He's got a couple in a row now.
Yeah, Cook's feeling it. I'm starting to feel it. The scoring is coming here, people.
Yeah, I think Cook's got 4 out of the last 5 holes, including 1 bogey, but that's a good little stretch there for him.
Yes, yeah, he's starting to come into it here. Getting ready to rock and roll. Hole 13, 270 uphill, OB left side, and it juts to behind the basket. So you can't just blast one deep of the basket. You do need some touch, some control. It's a hanging basket. Shout out to Abel Virgile. He's got his initials carved into the hanger.
It's such a beautiful basket and beautiful hole. And Cook, please don't tell me that's OB.
Yeah, he juiced that ice.
Wow, he was just on a freaking roll.
Yeah, ice justice. Crushed it.
Kyle, what are you throwing there? That was beautiful. That was right down where you needed to get a little bit of skip right underneath the basket.
Yep, that is that overstable mid-range, the crux again.
Crux, I like it. Now, is that a new disc in your bag?
It's a newer mold, yeah. It came out a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Okay, all right.
Good staple of mine. I mean, Dylan putting something underneath the basket. That is gross.
Well, he saw yours. He was like, I'm going to match yours a little bit. And he threw his H1. Absolutely perfect. But how about this little...
T-Bird 3.
Wait, did he just... I think he just hit the basket.
Oh, he hit the basket not just one time. I don't think he even hit the basket twice. I'm pretty sure he hit the basket 3 times.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Watch. So it's going to go off the top to the branch, top.
Oh, what?
And then like...
Wow. Shout out to Paul Morrison for getting that action shot. That was cool.
Yeah. I needed like another 3 slow-mo replays of that just bouncing off of metal.
Oh my gosh. That's the closest. I mean, we see a lot of ace runs on this hole. That was the closest I think I've ever seen it. And don't look back now. I think that's another birdie.
Oh, he did stay in.
Yeah, he
Let's
did.
go.
Yeah. Saved by the line.
Saved by the line. This hole is friendly right now. Cook stayed in. Andres
almost got an ace
off of that.
Yeah, you're looking good for a birdie.
That kept him from being in bounds as well.
Oh my gosh, you just got another tilt action there.
Yep.
Wow. Reenactment by Dylan.
There we go. Yeah, thanks, Dylan. That's what the people needed. That we needed to see how many times Andres can hit a basket.
I love that. That was awesome. Even Andres was like, he was just stunned.
Yeah. All right, let's break down hole 14, 500 feet downhill, par 3. This hole is a doozy.
It's so hard.
There were 2 birdies on this hole. We won't talk about who birdied it, but
2? That's it?
2 birdies
Oh
on
my
this hole.
gosh. Yeah, I always think this should just be a par 4, but you know, I guess it doesn't hurt to have a really hard hole in the middle of the mix, just because
Yeah.
everything else evens out, you know?
2 birdies, 40 par, 29 bogeys,
Wow.
and there are some other
So what was the average? It must have been like 3.6.
3.59.
Oh wow, right on the money. Wow. Hey,
Yeah.
don't tell me you went OB there.
Nope.
Okay, good. I feel like I heard you nicked something.
Oh
don't
yeah,
know.
I hit some of those overhanging branches and it just pushed it.
All right, you called it close there, Kyle.
Yeah, this is the point in the round where I was like, all right, my game plan stepping up to it was just playing conservative, throwing a forehand, but the wind was picking up a little bit, going left to right. Like, all right, let's just go backhand and keep it low.
I mean, you're safe, so that's all that matters. It looks like
Exactly.
Andres is going to be very safe as well. He's not too happy, but he's right in the middle, and I think Dylan might have had the best shot between Dylan and Cook. Dylan threw his D2.
Yeah, Cook had a great drive on it. He put a really nice move on that disc.
All right, so you're just pitching up,
Yeah,
get your
pitch up
easy
for par.
3. Yeah, I mean par's good.
Par's great.
Par's great on this hole.
Yeah, when you're gaining almost 0.6 strokes with a par.
Yeah, Andre, same thing. Everyone's getting the memo here. Just lay up. Now there are some big changes coming to this hole where I think you're going to be shooting over this valley and down straight, kind of where I'm seeing right now, into a blind OB sort of island.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Sorry, I gave you the wrong stats. There's only 1 birdie on this hole.
1 bird, even worse.
Yeah, for the first round, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I mean, that's like,
Riley Douglas was the only birdie in round 1.
so it's pretty much like getting an eagle.
Yes.
That's wild. All right, well, let's see if we can get some eagles on this hole. This is hole 15, 541 feet, a monster drive. They've added OB to the right, to the left, so you have to kind of keep it in the middle off the drive like Cook is doing here. What a rip here. And
Yeah,
it's a good hole.
unloaded. Yeah, Cook has such power. He unloaded on that thing right now.
That was his Halo Destroyer, so anytime he's going big, it looks like he's throwing his Halo. Pretty good shot there, just right in the middle. That's all you want on this hole, just not go B, right? So
Yep. Yeah, just, get yourself cresting this hill, stay in the fairway, give yourself a comfortable approach shot where you can see the basket.
and you're coming down the stretch here. You only have like 4 holes left. At this point, let's see, you were probably 5 or 6 down, and then Bradshaw is about 7 down. So he's the clear leader for the first round right now. So let's see if you guys can catch up to him.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we got some holes where you can birdie. This being, all right, this is the easiest hole on the course for the day. It averaged 0.63 below par.
Okay, see, that's where it evens out. You have a hard hole, and then you have a very easy hole. So I'm okay with that.
Yep. Yeah, it's funny. On hole 14, 71% of the field took a par. On hole 15, 71% of the field took a birdie.
Really? That's wild.
Yeah.
And that's the difference between 0.6 between the 2 holes. That's really interesting.
Uh-huh.
You're making that upshot look really easy with your very soft heart.
The soft, ugly, warped cereal bowl both ways heart.
The one, oh, that was for what?
Yeah, Cook was feeling that.
Cook is just cooking right now, I
He
swear.
really is. There's nothing else to say. He's feeling good. He's putting it out there.
Yeah,
And
it's
it's like he kept talking about how he's one of the most conservative players. He lays things up all the time. And then he just runs this 112-footer downhill for
yeah,
eagle.
that's not very conservative like.
Yeah.
That's cool. Maybe he just didn't expect to, with that 30 new pound muscle, to get close. Who knows?
Right? Yeah, new gameplay. So welcome to hole 16. We got the hallway here. OB left, OB right, OB long. You got about, I would say, maybe 50 feet of a fairway to land in. That is sloped as well. So we go from very hard, difficult hole to a very easy hole to a very difficult hole with a lot of scoring separation.
This has got to be the hardest hole I think I've ever played on a course, especially when it's windy. You guys had a nice sort of calm day, even at this point of the day in the round. But if there's any wind on this, it makes it tremendously difficult. And here's Cook with a beautiful drive, spectacularly over the top, and boom. He has a look. He has a look for two.
Yeah, but you see how close he landed to OB.
I do. What? Oh, let's see what he threw there. That was his Halo again. Wow.
Yeah.
Halo Destroyer.
Yeah, there's me just playing safety first and just chipping something in bounds.
Even on a calm day, you're laying
Even
up.
on a calm day. Rivas, I know the whole stats on here. I know how this whole plays.
Yeah, you're right. You're familiar.
You know,
How many times have you played the Jungle Tournament? This is like your sixth, right?
Yeah, but it hasn't always been here, but I've played Meadowbrook enough, and knowing how the course plays, you're gaining strokes by getting a par.
Yeah, and you don't need to go aggressive, especially on round one. But
Yeah, in round one, you're not going to win the tournament by doing it, but you can certainly put yourself in a giant hole by taking a big number.
Yeah,
So-
and Dylan he obviously felt like it was worth the squeeze was worth the juice. He threw his D1, and he has a circle 2 look here.
As aggressive as that seems, it's a really safe play for him, being such a good forehander, throwing something low. It's going into the hillside. It's not going to skip down. See, Andres gets his up in the air a little bit more, which is
In the air for a while.
sketchy.
Yeah.
When you air bounce every
It is sketchy, but I think he knew he wasn't gonna
Yes,
push it too much.
but it dove. It dived down.
He's actually shooting pretty well. He's not far from you guys, so he's hanging in there.
in. Got it.
Get in. Let's use your Star Wars powers right now. Stop, please.
Oh, because I knew the slope. It's a gentle slope. You don't realize it, and it hits, and it starts rolling. And it's just gonna keep going.
I'm glad you did. And here is Dylan for his birdie putt.
Just didn't quite extend.
Let's see if Cook.
There's the
Jeez.
extension.
Cook is truly on a heater.
Feeling things.
He has like 6 birdies out of the last 8 holes. Oh, that's a rare miss for you.
Yep, that was a bad one.
It
That was
happens.
Overthinking, not enough wind.
Oh, and I didn't realize that was for bogey. Wow. Okay.
Yep.
But you're shooting really well. I mean, you're at this point 6-7 down, so you're it's okay to miss one here and there if you have to.
Yeah, it's fine. Is it what you want? No.
No.
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. And here's hole 17. Tell us more about 17. Is it your favorite hole?
Oh, that's a tough one, but I think so. With the distance rocks, the picturesque view you're getting here, it's a great hole. It's just enough of a kind of pucker up tee shot with OB left, right, OB long. If you overcook something and turn it, you can't do that. You can't just go pure hyzer early left and OB. If you go OB, you go to a drop zone. It's a great hole. It plays really well. It's 677 feet, so it's not ridiculously far. If you got an absolute cannon, you can be looking for eagle. Cook throws it above the clouds out there. Just a towering hyzer.
Yeah, absolutely. He's throwing his Halo Destroyer once again.
Yeah.
Might actually go like 480.
Yeah, but this hole, 57% of the field took a birdie on this hole.
Well, that's impressive. I bet that number on day 3, when it was windy, will go down drastically.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, that's a good bet.
Andres, very, right down the middle, textbook, hyzer.
Yep, super smooth.
And you are going for it, sir.
Just throwing a nice power hyzer.
Smush destroyer.
Yeah,
My game.
Smush
You know, I,
destroyer.
yep, destroyer. Just put it on one angle. If it flips up, great. Otherwise, it's just going right in the middle.
Nothing.
Well, you got to cook. You got to show cook something, here and there. So.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, being the oldest guy in the card and one of the gotta let people know you still got it sometimes.
Absolutely, and you definitely still do, Waz. You're looking great out there. Andres making that upshot look easy, landing in the mulch, which is any player's dream, just
Yep.
within the circle, bullseye, and Cook another effortless approach shot for him.
Look at that zone.
Yeah,
Zone.
I threw a similar mid-range shot from that spot, and I made it look so much more difficult than Cook did. And I missed the putt, so there we go.
Yep.
So everyone's looking good. You got the furthest drive. Ooh, look at you.
Yeah, I know. Right? Sometimes the old man can pump one out there.
I mean, that was probably 450, right? At least 500, maybe.
Yeah, I think I was on the 500 rock. I don't know. I don't really care. Doesn't matter. I put it out there inbounds and put my second shot in the mulch for an easy birdie.
Guaranteed birdie. That's all you want.
Yeah, we got 2 more other birdies there. Dylan had the most work left and hit a good putt.
Yeah, Andre's got a birdie. You got a birdie. Cook got a birdie. It's a star frame.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for here at Meadowbrook on this finishing stretch.
Especially 17 and 18. 18's got a very similar vibe to 17. Why don't you tell us?
All right, 18, par 4, 650 feet. So back-to-back 650-foot holes. OB left, OB right. This is a fun tractor basket if I've seen one. It is another hole where if you've got the power, you can put something, make it dance, get down there looking for an eagle. Otherwise, 63% of the field are looking for the birdie. Not just looking, 63% of the field is getting the birdie.
Yeah, it's a must get. I mean, you have also the gallery watching. You have that amazing view.
Yep.
I mean, how can you not get a birdie on this?
You could throw it OB. That would be one.
And you could also miss a putt on the tractor. I mean, it's happening, But you want to get a birdie on this one,
Yeah. Cook threw it
Jesus.
basket high, just left.
Andres basically said, I was waiting all day to drive next.
Cook just demolished that disc.
And he went with Star Destroyer, not his Halo Destroyer. So maybe that's his money disc, like his bomber.
Yeah, that thing, it went so far.
Yeah. I wish I had an arm like that, but I'm also not putting 30 pounds of muscle every off season.
I think he drinks over a gallon of milk a day too.
Well, that's what Andrew Cochran does. And by the way, he's going to be on your potential lead card for round 2.
Ooh, the Milk Bros.
We'll talk about that a little bit. Here we go, Kyle. What are you throwing? Hole 18.
Star Destroyer again. Just something I know that won't tip over and go OB, but you can definitely let it ride and get some fun movement and get a good way down. So it's a simple chip up shot.
Is that your new house being built right there on that property?
No, that's going to be the owner, but he is dedicating a room in my honor, which is really it's going to be the Moriarty suite.
I love that. You guys already talked about this too, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think he was saying, if you're a lifetime member, you get to sleep over whenever you want.
Wake up early for the tournaments.
Yep.
Oh, that's great.
Park in his driveway.
All right. Well, let's guarantee these birdies as they finish here. Here's Andres. He's most likely just ripping on his Justice, just getting up there over his zone.
Yeah, I mean, his drive's a little short of where you wanted to be. He went a little low, so he had a little more work on that second shot. Dylan hitting the tractor tire. That's pretty sweet.
That's like bullseye,
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, you definitely want to hit the tractor.
Wow, Kyle, you threw that pretty far.
Yeah, it went quite a ways. I was very happy with that.
Have you ever gotten the 2?
I have. I've gotten it with some putts, and I've gotten it with the throwing.
Awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like you guys are owning this final hole here for the front round, or for the first round back nine coverage here. Let's see if Andres can finish on a birdie. That would be really nice. He had a spectacular birdie to finish the tournament last year, right on this very similar distance.
Well, it would have been to finish his round here, not.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm saying for this one here, yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, I couldn't dial it in there. That was a long distance, and let's see if you can get your birdie.
Boom.
It's odd. It's kind of odd putting over a tractor. I'll be honest.
Yes. Yeah, like you don't think about the tire. It's there. It's not in your way, but it's like, wow, that's a tire. Look at that thing.
It could potentially land right there.
Yes. Yeah, Andres tapping out for par real quick.
Yeah, another
Cook.
birdie for Cook. He had
Good
four
bird.
birdies to finish the last 4 holes. Really good round for him. -7.
Yeah.
Shooting a
And
10-12
Mr. Tire
round.
himself.
Yeah, Dylan's also shooting a -7, 10-12 round. So finishing 7th for the first round. And you, sir, are second place with a -8. Did you think you were going to be in the lead card going into the second round?
No, I really did not. Like everybody else, the conditions were great. We thought scoring was going to happen. I was expecting seeing like a 12, 13, and 9 being hot was, a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people kind of squished in the middle there, -7. Bradshaw in the clear leader with -9. So this is going to be a really fun league card that we're going to be showing everyone. Make sure to stay tuned. Thank you to our sponsors. Again, East Coast Metal Roofing, our presenting sponsor. Couldn't have done it without you. Wads, thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. Any last words?
Make sure you tune in for Coggs. Anything can happen. Strike of lightning could come in, and just with so many players right there, it's going to be an exciting round.
Yeah, electrifying, right? All right. Well, stay tuned, everyone. Thanks for watching. All right, look who we have here. The leader of the Welcome to the Jungle, the 10th edition, Brad. You're coming from all the way from Vermont.
Yes, sir.
How many times did you get to practice before shredding it today?
I think I've played Meadowbrook maybe once outside of tournament play, but I've played maybe 4 sanctioned events there. So definitely a good number of Meadowbrook rounds under my belt. Enough to have a game plan and be able to kind of think about what I'm gonna throw on specific holes in my downtime at home while I prepare. So definitely not a shot in the dark, but a good round for me today for sure.
Awesome. Well, you're going to be changing things up tomorrow. You're going to be coming to the jungle, a lot more wooded course than Meadowbrook. You got any specific game plans for the jungle here for Coggs Hall?
I'm throwing a lot of rocks. My
A lot of
favorite
rocks.
discs, a lot of Anheuser releases. Keep it in the fairway, keep it in play, and try to just hit the gaps.
All right. Any last words? You want to shout out your sponsors or anything like that?
Thank you, Innova Champion Discs and Smuggler's Notch Disc Golf Center.
All right.
They do a lot for me, and I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
All right. Well, you have a great season. Keep it up, and good luck.
Thank you.